Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good weekend. April 26th, 2021. We are chilling. GME has had a bounce today. Called it out yesterday or Friday. I got all fired up on Friday because I saw something that I hadn't seen. When you stare at a ticker 7 hours a day, you know what it does. It's like knowing my own baby. But yeah, saw it on Friday. Other people did too. It wasn't anything spectacular, but yeah, it was a sign. It was a signal, and turns out I think that was the signal to turn around, and GME did it. Today, so remember I got those calls on Friday when we saw that bump, and some of you guys said you didn't see what I was talking about, but I do my best. Yeah, you see all this price action, just morning more volatile, and then kind of hanging out. So why did this happen? This wasn't a power hour. This is just in the middle of the day at 2:10. This was yesterday or Friday. Why did we go from 22,000 volume to 200,000 volume and all this price action? This is what I was saying was abnormal and things to look out for. So when I saw that, that's when I got those calls. And weekend was quiet, and then today we opened up on GME, and yeah, same type of deal, just stayed real flat. It was right here. It actually sold off in the morning, and those calls were all down like 30%. They're all like down 30% just from the time decay over the weekend, and they're far enough out of the money that they get crushed pretty quick with time decay. So I was like, man, I need to wait for a bounce to sell some of these. So on one of the bounces, I sold the 500 calls. I think I took like $100 loss maybe on it. Those only cost $300. And then the other two I still had, and they were down like 30%. And then I was like, well, maybe I shouldn't sell them yet because, maybe the move, maybe it's still going to happen. So I kind of backed up. Sometimes you just got to get a little perspective. And it was early morning. This is 9:30. Oh, stupid. 9:30, 10 o'clock. I was trying to make quick moves because in the morning the volatility is high enough that you can sometimes get out. But like I said, the contracts were already down. They were down. They were down 30%. So let's see. It was right here now. I backed up, and that's what you got to do. You need to get perspective. And I backed up, and I'm like, what is actually going on here? Like, all right. So I got all these stupid lines in here right now, but basically I had green candles over the 9 moving average. Is this it? That's 23. Yeah, we had this Friday. This one, this green candle over the 9 moving average. Sorry, I'm trying not to reveal. And you guys know what's going on, but I'm trying to show you what I was seeing. So I had this green candle. And this is on the hourly. So I was like, I moved it back. And of course, now this hourly, you're seeing a huge green candle. At the time, I just saw a green candle forming. This is the 10:30 candle this morning. There's a green candle forming. And I'm like, you know what? This is still bullish. Like, it's staying very flat this morning, but we've got a bottom here. Let me see if I can do something with this. Good position. So we've got a bottom here. The MACD is crossed over. We've got a green candle over the 9 moving average. Trust your indicators. Like, if there's no price action yet, but I'm gonna wait. And so I waited a little bit on those other calls. So, and then let's see, this is 950. So then yeah, we get this. See, this was all early. It's only 10 o'clock, 10:10. I'm like, okay. So this candle comes through and it's a new high. I'm like, whoa, this is looking good. And there's volume. It's higher than what it's been. I was like, all right, that's what's up. And then this candle comes in. This is, these are 5-minute candles now. And then I bought back into those other $500 calls. I'm like, all right, I got to get those $500 calls back. This is abnormal. We've broken the resistances here. We've got more volume. So yeah, picked up more calls. I won't drag on anymore. And then it kind of flattened out. And I'm like, what in the world? And then I left the computer, or no, I didn't actually. Yeah, I did. I left. I was like, all right, I don't want to see it. I've got my calls. I've got my positions. I'm set. This is something new. I think it's going to go. I don't need to stare at it. So I didn't get back until more recently. But yeah, look at this. Look at this. But what I'm seeing, thing just keeps running up today. We're up at one point up like 15%. Now it's like 13. We've got 20 minutes left. This run up though, yeah, it's great. It's terrific. It's broken through the resistance. Everything's good. If you look on the daily though, it's so insane. So this is that kind of, those wedges. Broke out of that to the upside. Perfect. On the MACD on the daily though, it still hasn't crossed over, which is a little unnerving. It's not crossed over. This isn't green. This is still red. I like it. I think it's good, but it's a little suspect. Little sus. I don't know. I think this is the beginning of something, maybe a gamma squeeze by midweek, maybe whatever, but this price action is so abnormal for GME the way it's been. This is almost maybe how the price action worked before January's run up, when it would just go up 10-15% before there was really much volume in the stock, because there's no volume today still. It's so low. Look at this. I mean, it's more than these days, but the trading day is only 20 minutes left and we've only got 8.3 million. It's so low. And we're up 13% today. That's insane. This was 21% volume, or 21 million volume this day, and this was just an overreaction bounce. But this volume being so low, I don't like the velocity that much. Anyways, I'll show you guys what we tweeted this morning. I mean, I don't like to like predict stuff or have you guys do stuff, but as I was calling out on Friday, that's why I got those calls. And then this morning, so this candle is when I got in back. I sold my 500 calls here, and then I got back into them for a little loss. But yeah, look, we're up 2% at that point. Broke out of all these dumb lines. Buckle up, GME. So that was whatever, like 10. And so yeah, we saw it coming right here, and yeah, bull flag, just textbook, like green candle, consolidation, green candle, consolidation. I mean, it's looking great, and these are all resistance lines. All these lines right here, line. These are all resistance we keep breaking through. They're small. They're not all like major ones. A major one would be this, probably 175. We kind of got close to touching it, but looks like it won't happen. It might happen today. I don't want to say this is an overreaction bounce, because this wasn't a whole lot of velocity to the downside. So I think this is the beginning of something. I'm trying to figure out who's buying. I know retail's bought in. I mean, retail's bought in. There might be some people jumping on now, day traders or people that were waiting for something to happen, some FOMOers, and maybe that's literally all it took. Because remember how I was saying, once the indicators turn, not only do computers start to go long, but you know, that's, people are looking at them too, and maybe just that little bit of price action where it broke out to the upside, maybe that's what this is. But there's no big players, there's no big institutions. It doesn't seem like anybody's covering in this. This doesn't even seem like a gamma squeeze has started. I mean, it's early in the week, but you know what I mean? Because it's slow. It's very slow and very low volume. It's so strange, just the slowest melt up. And I mean, it's great. It's just, it's weird. It seems abnormal. But I'll take it. I'm stoked. Part of the way you can see how abnormal and how slow and just low volume it is by these options. These are crazy. Look at this. So these 300, 370 calls, these are the only ones I can really use. I got these last week on Friday. The stock price that day, it was down here. It was at 147, and it had been downtrending for a month. I looked back. The stock had been downtrending since back here. Well, really back here, 312. Back here. I mean, it's been coming down for a whole month. And then it gets all the way down to this low of like 149. I get these calls. And then today we're up 15%, almost up to 180. And these calls have only gone up 43% on this one and 54% on that one. The call, the options, the IV was still high, or it was still priced in. The market maker still had priced in a huge move to the upside, because this is low IV. This is low premium. It's still not happening. You can still get calls and they're still cheap. It's crazy. Look at this. Look at this call today. It hasn't shot up at all. It's wavered. The stock price has only gone up, and this call is just like flat. I mean, yeah, it's up some today, but it's really, I think it's just because the low volume and low kind of velocity, the speed in which it's traveling to the upside. It's just showing that it's, you know, it was somewhat priced in already. So the options are still there. 426. So this was this morning. Yeah, I mean, it's come up, but look at this huge drop down, and the stock price didn't drop down then. It's just such a slow grind up that these options, and it's probably because they're a little too far out of the money also. Like, given, yeah, these are further, with how slow it's going up, these options they're getting hit by time decay theta really bad because, you know, it's got to move quick, and it's not moving quick for these to get into the money. So that could be part of it, but I don't know. These feel expensive and priced in this price action. I don't know what's causing this, if this is the beginning of technical analysis traders and some computers, and then maybe splash in a few FOMO retail, but it's just very slow and very low volume. So I'm not sure. I think it's going to keep going. I mean, we've had a reversal, a strong big candle. It's broken out to the upside. I don't like the MACD yet. I'm really wanting tomorrow for this to cross over the signal, and I want this to be green. That's the only thing that I'm like, I'm not quite buying it yet. And my calls this week, I don't know. I'm assuming once it gets to a high enough price, it's going to go nuts. Maybe it's not going to get to that high enough price this week. Maybe it'll just come up to 180 and stay flat. So strange. You expect one thing and you get something else. Anyways, market's weird. Everything moves so weird with GME, and everything's moving kind of in tandem. And I'm realizing a lot of my positions and plays, all these like hype ones, they all move together. They're all green on the same days and all red on the same days, and that's awful. Thankfully, my long term isn't that way. Half these will be green one day and red, and the other ones will be red that day, and then it'll flip flop. The other ones will be green, the other ones will be red, so it stays balanced between growth and value. But the plays I've gotten here, the plays I've got in, like, look at this, look at the positions. Let me see. So you can just kind of get a little glimpse. It's all green. 13% on GameStop, 3% on Tilray, Nova AB, I don't even know, Pharmaceutical 1.2. It's all green. This hasn't been green for so long. It's something. Shorts covering, I don't know, but they all are in sync. And then we've got the old like short stocks are back up today. Naked. I'll show you. Look, Naked is up. How was that old one? Talk about MVIS in a minute. BNGO, CCIV, like the SPACs that were dead and just been getting hammered. I know the SPACs have been shorted heavy, so it's got to just be them liquidating some of those positions and closing them out. NNDM, COS, MP, like these are all the it's crazy. And then on the TD Ameritrade, look at this. Affirm is finally up. That must be part of the that must be also shorted because it's going up when the other ones are going up. Roblox, same thing. Wrap. These are all up. They're all moving together for me, which isn't good for my trading accounts. I think I've read too much Wall Street Bets. No, I think these are good plays, but it's strange to see it all working together. And then the SPY, the S&P 500, the market like just took a dump right here, 330, just like 20 minutes ago, just flushed out, low volume. I don't know if that's somehow correlated. I know like the DTCC, I think, is doing their stress test today, or they're starting it. And from what I read on Reddit, they moved it up like 3 months. Typically they don't do it this early, but they moved it up like 3 months sooner. And the assumption is just because they see that there's all sorts of jacked up fraudulent stuff going on, and they need to stress test the system and see where there's, where it'll break and where they need to fix it or whatever, close, bankrupt, liquidate, whatever terms you want to use, where that needs to happen. And I'm wondering if that's what's happening with this S&P right now. I'm wondering if that's part of the reason for the GME run up. Maybe this is, I don't know. It doesn't look like a gamma squeeze has started. It's not had enough price action. Doesn't look like shorts are covering. It doesn't even really look like retail FOMO because it's just such low volume. There's no tweets out about anything going on. There wasn't some crazy tweet. So, and maybe this is how, this is what I was thinking. Maybe this is how a retail basically short squeeze looks like. Because it's not big. Maybe it's not big institutions. It's not other big hedge funds that are on the ride or provoking it. Kind of like Volkswagen and Porsche. They had a lot of power and a lot of leverage. Maybe this is what the squeeze is going to look like. Just the slowest melt up of just the most slow melt up ever, which is great. For options, yeah, it might be all right. It might not be as good for options, but I'm not expecting it to stay like this, but maybe it will. Maybe this is what a retail short squeeze will look like. Just a real slow grind up to whatever you think it's going to go to. 100 million. I'm not selling. I'm going to hold on. I've got these options. They're not, I mean, they haven't gained much value. You could spend 43% more and get it right now than you could this morning when this stock price was $40 cheaper. That's crazy. I mean, yeah, so that's probably because these are further out of money, but I also open up a put credit spread just in case it just has a slow melt up, kind of like this. I did this morning. But yeah. Let's see what else we did. So I had a debit spread on MVIS. Is it MVIS? I don't even know why I'm calling it MVIS. MVIS. I'll call it MVIS, whatever. I had a debit spread on it and on Microvision. And I actually changed it to just back to a naked call because I was like, I shouldn't have gotten a debit spread too early. And that I just have one naked call, and that thing it's going crazy. Maybe it went crazy today, so this thing's up 234%. I maybe should sell it, but it's got so much time. I've got 25 days on it, so I'll just ride it out. It's in the money already, so now every dollar MVIS goes up, this goes up $100. And same way going down. Every dollar goes down, it goes down 100. And it's not going to do anything more than that because now it's in the money. So now it just has intrinsic value. There's no extrinsic value. So it'll move like the stock, which is kind of nice. So yeah, I guess I'm just hoping it keeps going crazy. I think this is heavily shorted. This is part of a short squeeze. They've got a lot of good news, good catalysts. I read some of it. You can go read it on Reddit. I don't know how long it'll last. There's a ton of volume. It's broken out of their all-time daily high. This thing could keep going crazy, especially if this is part of a short squeeze. What other history do we have on here? So then, yeah, so I sold out of, I don't even know what this sold short. Oh, this is the credit spread I opened up, and then I bought the call. Okay, so here you can see actually the price. So this morning I bought back the call, or I sold the call. $42. Then I bought it back a little later. 42? Oh no, that's the credit. That's confusing. I don't want to look at that. I don't like it. Anyways, long term's looking good. Square's up today. Rocket. Tesla's got earnings. I kind of want to play it, but I don't really want to spread around anymore. I'm good. I like to keep it concentrated. Rocket. Wow, would you look at that? Green candle over the 9 moving average. MACD's about to cross over this thing. I don't think it's going to go crazy, but maybe it'll start to trend up, which would be nice. That's all we need, just a trend up. There's the hourly. It's looking good on the hourly. We'll see if we can break through this. If it actually crosses over here, that would be really good. If the 9 crosses over the 180, you'll have a nice bullish stuff setting up for it, which is good. And they've got earnings on the 5th, which is what? That's what, next Wednesday. So it'd be nice if we had a huge run up for that, because I've still got these rocket calls. I don't know why I got so much time. I got so much time on these rocket calls. I have 53 days on them. Corsair, good girl. Looks like it's holding on to our kind of our trend lines here a little bit. So we'll see. Hopefully it breaks through this one, this resistance, and then this one, and we'll kind of find another spot up here and keep riding that wave. I bought SafeMoon. Yeah, that's it. It was really difficult to buy, and I don't even really know how to look at it, but I got it. Maybe it'll go crazy like Doge. Maybe not. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. We're over 1,000, so I'll be able to send out messages now, and well, once YouTube accepts me as their own. And then I will send out messages, and I'll probably be tweeting a little less. But if you haven't followed me on Twitter, go ahead and do that too, because that's pretty quick. And that's at HappyMoneyYT. Have a good day. We will see you tomorrow. Hopefully GME is at 300 by tomorrow. That would be neat. Peace out.